Sea of Thieves is bringing the Skull of Siren Song adventure to Season 10. So what better time to talk about which boat is the fastest as we race to find this treasure. If you're not familiar with what the Skull of Siren Song is, it's going to be a piece of treasure that pops up randomly throughout the adventure world. First, you will see a note on your mast where you can accept the Skull of Siren Song. Then, using 2 maps given to you by Briggsy, you'll be able to locate both a chest and a key. And once these are dug up, everyone in the whole server will be able to see these items using a beacon in the sky or their map table on their ship. Now, once you match these 2 items up, you will be able to open the chest and receive the Skull of Siren Song. That is not only a valuable piece of treasure, but it doubles as a weapon. Now, this item will have a beacon in the sky, so every single player will be able to see it without having to use their map table. And once you put this on your boat will then be slowed. And this is why it's important to know which boat is the fastest in Sea of Thieves. Now, there's been a lot of debate about this, which boat is the fastest against the wind. But let's go ahead and start with the largest boat, the galleon, and work our way down to the sloop. So as we know of right now, the galleon is the fastest boat with the wind coming from behind them. With this tailwind, they'll be able to outrun or catch any other ship. The brigantine, however, is the fastest boat with the wind coming from the side or a crosswind. And the sloop, the smallest boat, is speculated to be the fastest boat against the wind or with a headwind. Now, there are some videos out there where people have tested this against the brigantine, and the sloop did seem slower against the wind versus the brigantine. But I wasn't there. I didn't do that test. So when trying to race for this treasure, you need to keep those things in mind. Here's a quick table I found that made it easy for me to understand. Now, with new content in the Sea of Thieves, there's a lot of testing to be done. What's going to be the fastest way to deliver this skull to Briggsy at the rendezvous point? Some are already speculating that the brigantine is going to have a fighting chance regardless of what boat it goes against, because of its already huge advantage when it comes to speed. One of the first things I'm going to test is if a harpoon rowboat can work around this slowing ability that the skull puts on your ship. By placing the skull onto your rowboat, harpooning the back of a moving ship, I'm wondering if it will actually slow the ship that you have then harpooned and is carrying you through the water. So, since we're starting to think like a pirate, let's talk about a few things you can do to improve the way you run. First things first is going to be sail management. If you're on a larger boat, make sure that you communicate as the helm to your crew how crucial this is going to be. Next, you can use blind spots. There are a ton of rocks out there on the Sea of Thieves for you to sail behind. Use this to your advantage. Once you're out of the line of sight of your enemy, you can change directions, you can do anchor turns, or even just before you sail behind the rock, you can start to turn your sails in a different direction to make them think that you're going to change direction when you're actually not. Also, you can utilize your harpoon for quick direction changes. Just harpoon some terrain out on the sea and watch your boat sling around that turn. Lastly, and my favorite, when you are on a sloop and there's a larger ship chasing you, sword lunge off the back and try and board. Blocking with your sword before getting on an enemy boat's ladder used to dampen the sound of your boarding. I'm not sure if it still does, but I do it out of habit anyways. Once you get on their boat, anchor them and cause as much chaos as you can. If you miss your board, don't forget to throw firebombs. People love it when you set their ship on fire. And if you're sailing past an inactive port, it's the perfect time to go get a keg and try and meet them as they pass by. Whether your plan is to tuck or fight for the Skull of Siren Song, I hope you guys have a great time. I'm super excited for this update in Sea of Thieves. And if you like these kinds of videos for Sea of Thieves and you want to stay up to date, don't forget to like, share, favorite, subscribe, ding that notification bell. And we will see you guys next time.